coronavirus may have kept us apart because of government restrictions, but it's brought us so much closer in so many other ways. In fact, one survey found 39% of us have spoken to our neighbours much more than ever before this year. 36% have been nattering over the fence more, and 17% have asked for their contact details to check in on them for the first time ever. Well, one man has been setting a very high bar for what a neighbour should be and equally do. Sean Blagden was recently crowned Neighbour of the Year. Earlier, I spoke to him and John Hayward Cripps from Neighbourhood Watch, who sponsored that award.
Quite a few things, but the biggest thing recently has been a COVID response thing where we organised 400 volunteers to do shopping and help people out during COVID, and dog walking and picking up prescriptions, whatever they needed.
I mean, John, Sean's probably being very humble here. I mean, to get this award, he must have had to do something pretty special, hey?
He is being very humble. I mean, Sean says just doing the normal things. I mean, he organised about 400 volunteers in his area and linked them with people who needed support. So, yes, it was things like dog walking, providing food, providing posting letters, taking the bins out, getting prescriptions, all the small things. But also Sean is really involved in organising the biennial Ella Street Festival. He's really, I mean, most of the people in this street would describe him as the absolute glue that keeps the community together, as well as a food bank and lots of volunteering. Sean,
you must know everybody on your street. I mean, what do you get out of some of those relationships yourself?
Just normal communities, could help people, and people are very appreciative of what we all do and like organising things. It's good fun.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot on board, and you're doing a lot for your community. And of course, the pandemic really changed things as well. Clap for carers. Yeah. We saw a lot of that in a lot of communities. How did that change things for your street?
Well, we was out every Tuesday at Virginia one. So, yes, I mean, it's not really changed things that much, because it's always been a good community. But I guess a lot more friendships are being made by people meeting up and doing shopping for people, and it's carried on after that.
And John, it is, isn't it, often by doing those little tasks that you meet people, but I guess the problem is, for a lot of people, they may live in a big city, for example, and it's quite difficult to get to know your neighbour. What's your advice to them?
I think it's one of those things, I think all of us, and certainly the research we did with the co-op kind of brought this out, that often people feel a bit unsure how to start or are not sure if they should. But I think what we found during the COVID, that where people have made the effort, whether that's just putting a note through the door or just saying hello to people while doing the clapping for the NHS, it's made a real difference to people. People have made that kind of small link, and then it just builds on it. I think there's nothing magical about it. It's about doing lots of the small things, and that builds into a really important community feeling where people feel safer, they feel more connected, and we all feel good about that, not just the people that have been helped, but the people doing the helping as well.
Sure, you're nodding as John speaks there. I mean, what is your advice if someone, for example, is a little bit scared to break into conversation or maybe knock on someone's door? What would you say to them?
Well, just be yourself and be relaxed, and if you're chatting to someone, they're not going to bite your head off. Normally, especially during COVID, I'm more than happy to talk to people and get along with people.
That's some really good advice, and congratulations again, Sean. Amazing honour to get this award, and John Hayward Cripps as well. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And finally, Deirdre's verdict, the fiery tram crash, Sinead Tinker's tragic death, all fictional.